Yeah, hey, Shalakia, you know, the Wi-Fi out here is acting up, right? You know, but hey, like we said before we got cut off, it's not gonna stop nothing. You know, we all saw the different interruptions that they was doing, right? But we gonna continue. So we was talking about Ezekiel 38, verse 5, Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. Gomer and all his bands, and that Gomer, that Gomer is going into Turkey, right? And hey, what happened at the end of last year and is still going on this year is that, you know, Turkey is basically going against another NATO country, and that's Greece, right? Saying that they're going to destroy it with missiles. And what else is happening? Gomer, which is Turkey, is basically blocking Finland and Sweden from joining NATO. You know, because every NATO country has to vote. Every NATO country has to vote in a new member, and so even if one says no, then it doesn't get passed.
That's right. That's like that La Costa Nostra. You gotta be bred in, man.
Right. You know? And hey, that's prophecy, right? Because it says that Gomer's going to join with Russia, and Erdogan and Putin, they're friendly, right?
That's right. And also, brother, like you know, that's like how we have been we've been grafted in. You know, they're trying to graft into this war. Like everything is fulfillment of prophecy, and just like the same way that they want to join NATO because they think NATO's going to win the war. That's their mindset. The Lord has them in that trick bag. But they like, oh man, we're going to win. Yo, the Lord is basically, He's putting everybody on the side. You have to pick a side.
Wow.
And I've been saying this for a long time now. You have to pick a side. Yo, you can't waver, man. If you waver in the Most High, is going to destroy you. And like the brother is bringing it out in the scriptures, man. You know, yo, NATO, you know, you got men that want to join NATO. You got Russia, which you have with the Brexit, the BRICS nations. Yo, what they doing? They're all choosing their side, man. You know, they're choosing who they rocking with. They're choosing like this is who we riding with. And at the end of the day, the Lord is going to bring everything to an end, to fruition, so you know who is telling you the truth. You know? And it always been happening since ancient times, man. You guys love
it says Gomer and all his bands. The house
that's
of
what
Togarmah.
Armies. That's all your armies. And all these armies is dope. Just like, matter of fact, going back to,
let that madness just pass, because that's what it is, just madness.
Going back to what's that? Almost yo, going like with the bands, man. All these armies, they're trying to join each other. You know, basically to see who's going to win this one. Man. I lost my train of thought, so forgive me. We'll come back, I'll bring it up.
Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee.
Right, so you have a lot of people that try to join on to it, you know. But yo, the most beautifulest thing about it is the Lord is like. The Lord is putting His army together right underneath your noses. And He's putting that army together right in front of your face. But you would want to rather ride with the ones that you see that they had that track record, like let's talk about the Los Angeles Lakers, or you know what, a Dallas football team, Dallas Cowboys football teams in the 90s, you know, when they was running through shit. Or matter of fact, your New England Patriots.
Which was modern day,
That's a closer era to speak about.
Yeah.
The New England Patriots, when they was running through everything, running down on everything.
Right.
Everybody wanted to be a fan of them.
Yeah.
But nobody wanted to be a fan of the Giants When the New England Patriots, they was their whole record, they was undefeated that year. Yo, the Giants was a wild card, and they came through and beat everybody. You know, the same way with the Lord is doing with how He's gathering His armies. You have these armies that you can go back and hear about. You know, yo, they won this war, they won that, they did this, that. Now you go back with our army. Yeah, you could gotta search and dig for it. But we did greater things than them. You know. But now the Lord is like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna revive y'all back. And the angels, the legions of angels that the Lord was talking about, He's coming right back with them. So you know, so right there, you know He didn't lie. Right? He ain't lie. He's a man that He cannot lie, man. He came and told us the truth. We're gonna prove that too.
And, hey, and these prophecies have been coming to pass and will come to pass.
That's right.
Hey, and a brother actually sent a precept, you know, right before the live got cut off.
We can probably hop back into the live
Ding.
as well.
Yeah, no, it actually goes with all this confused noise.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, hey, you must want me to bring this out.
That's right, God.
It says Isaiah chapter 9 verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise.
Right, God. I knew you was gonna bring that.
And garments rolled in blood. Hey, so when you think about the wars of the past, right, in the ancient days, what was that confused noise? It was the swords clanging back and forth, and they yelling, ah! You know, as you see in some of these, movies that depict it, right? All you heard was just yelling noise and clanking of metal, you know?
Because, yo, you gotta understand, like, in the time of peace, they wasn't hearing nothing. They wasn't hearing the change. They had a routine. You know what I'm saying? Your community had a routine, just like here in Philadelphia, or anywhere in Babylon, or on the planet. You have certain times a business opens up and the business closes. That's called routine. That's called our order. You know, you have like some businesses, they might stay open 24 hours a day. That's confusing because you don't know when to sleep and when to stay up. You know, that's a part of Babylon. But in the righteous ordinance, something will have to open up and close because something can't stay open 24 hours a day, and it's supposed to be well taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Because it needs that time to shut down, it needs time to be clean, right, and everything. And then just let shit sit.
Right.
You know?
Right.
But this society, it's on that microwave at 24 hours a day.
Right.
It's not going to
instant.
work like that.
Instant, with no
right.
patience.
That's right.
Right.
And that's why it's going to go down, man.
Yeah.
And that's confusion. Speaking about confused noises, and that's what's getting into that, the confused noises, because you have a time where everything is cool. Now, when you're hearing all that, you're like, yo, I'm not used to this. Like the people here in America, when those confused noises come here, they're not going to understand it. That's going to be confusing because they're used to this. I could do this. I could just go here, and they're at ease, man. But when the Lord really put it down, now they're going to be like, oh snap! That's that confused noise that you're going to hear because you wasn't used to hearing it because you was at a time of peace where nobody, what you would think nobody would touch this place. But they coming, man. You gotta go.
Hey, it says Isaiah 9:5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise,
right,
and garments rolled in blood.
That's right.
But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
That's right, and that's what's coming. That third world war, man. What you got the first war? I mean, no, not Salak, not the first war. The first death with the flood, going back into Noah, you know. And they're coming into this time. This is going to be with fire. You know, Revelations. It talks about in Revelation. It talks about it in Ezra's. For second Ezra. I want to say, I believe the 16th chapter. You know, all over, Micah.
God.
Talks about it in Micah, man. The day of the Lord, man. The elements shall
burn with fervent heat.
That's right. That's the day of the Lord, man.
God.
You know, that's that third world's war, man. You know, and He promised you that He would not destroy this place with water anymore. All right, so you gotta take His word. You gotta take Him for His word. All right. gave it to us, and hey, man, he's gonna hold good to his word.
Con. Just like you see in those movies, right? When a big ball of fire be running down in Babylon, and they trying to run away, trying to run away from it, and just basically get consumed with that fervent heat.
That's right, John. That's right. That's right. That's what's going to happen. Man, that was beautiful.
Yeah. That's it on that.
We'll hop back to where he was at. Where was that? Ezekiel?
Con. Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. Right. Want to hype? You just want to just be, need some attention. Yeah. Need some. Right.
That's some disrespectful shit.
Right. Yeah.
No.
Verse 8, after many days thou shalt be visited. In the latter years thou shalt come into the land that is brought back from the sword, and is gathered out of many people against the mountains of Israel, which have been always waste. But it is brought forth out of the nations, and they shall dwell safely, all of them.
Right.
And that verse 8, and that is brought back from the sword, that's Israel right now. You know? Verse 9, thou shalt ascend and come like a storm. Thou shalt be like a cloud to cover the land, thou and all thy bands, and many people with thee.
That's right. That's what's happening now. You know? They said that should be like a cloud that cover the land. I mean, you can't tell where they came in, where they leave. And they declaring war on everything right now, man. Russia is declaring war on everything. It started with Ukraine, that was just to bring it in. That's why it says, and that's why we hear in Ezekiel 38 chapter. But it said, what, they shall be a guard unto the nations.
God.
You know? And look how many people, look at all the different nations that's trying to join the BRICS right now.
God.
What's that? Britain, Russia.
The BRICS?
Yeah,
That's Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa.
Yeah, see that? Russia right in there. And they're going around, they got their military in all those places. That's why it tells you in Matthew the 24th chapter that a house that's divided shall not stand.
God.
And this house is divided because they both Edomites. At the end of the day, they both Edomites. You know, they're taking each other out. The same way they want us to take each other out, but they're doing it on a high scale. A scale way higher than what we have right now, man. That's been in captivity. You know?
And hey, like you said, they're one of the top countries that they talk about wanting to join BRICS is Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, ooh, matter of fact, yo. Sorry, baby. That's talking about the Medes. No, it's an apocrypha. It said they shall bring back the spirit of the Medes, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Because that's coming back. That's what's coming into what's going on right now. You know?
And I had a precept when you brought out the first death. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 20, verse 14. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire.
That's right.
This is the second death.
There you go. That's my man. Read that again, bro. That's one of my favorite. Matter of fact, start up a couple verses. That's heavy. Revelation, right?
That's
good.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 20, and I'll go to
what was that, 14?
Yeah.
Going to like
12. It's the spirit. I saw it. Yeah. This book of Revelation, chapter 20, verse 12. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before the power. And the books were opened.
That's right.
And another book was opened, which is the book of life.
Exactly.
And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books.
And yo, who is the dead? These niggas walking up and down the street right now. Because it said that their dead bodies shall be cast out. It's dumb. And you know, matter of fact, so their dead bodies shall be cast out. It shall not be suffered to be put into a grave. Salah. That's it. Shall not be suffered to put into a grave. And that's the ones that's walking around us every day. They dead bodies. And yo, when them books open up, they're going to get judged too. And they're going to the same way. Why are they at death? Why are they dead? Because they're not following the laws, statutes, and commandments of the scriptures, man. Or they're not even turning back or considering Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. Ba'ashem Arachak. Those dudes is done, man. It ain't no coming back for them. And the only coming back for them is what the scripture says. It's this death that's coming, man. You know? Speaking of dead bodies.
Oh yeah.
You see that? You see how those women were screaming like that?
Right.
That's a part of the terror that's about to come.
Right.
Hey man, hey, everything you see out here is prophecy. You just gotta hear it and see it and watch it. And know what the Lord is doing and know how the Lord is dealing, man. You gotta encourage that.
Hey, that's a sign right there, right? You just bringing it out in terms of that. So, hey, how about you, Shasta? Let me bring some animation.
And they was running screaming.
Right.
They was running, then the boys ran behind them.
Right.
So just imagine, the boys gonna be running first.
Right.
They gonna be running ultimately, but hey man, listen man, the Lord don't make no mistakes.
And it says, and the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books, according to their works.
That the dead was judged out of the things that was, what it say? Read that again.
It says, and the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books, according to their works.
According to their works. So things that was written in those books according to their works. So the things that they went against, like, them people right there, they were jakes. They're going to get judged according to that. The same way they said back in our, when Yahweh Shah was walking out, and they was trying to go against everything that he was saying. They got judged. Matter of fact, they said when he was on the cross, he was like, Father, forgive them because they know not what they do. But those were the same spirits that were saying, we don't care, basically. They were saying, we don't care. Let his blood be upon our hands. They know what they was talking about, man. And just because of those words that they said, that's why the children out there.
They said we never been to both.
And you see it right now. You see all of it. And it's going to continue to keep happening until the Lord, when all lawlessness is out here, man, you ain't going to see none of this, man.
Right.
Because these people, they have a hell of a pride demon on them. They love the ways of this world, the ways that this place is presented to them. They really fully believe that. They don't fully believe in what we're speaking. So, hey, man, it's a consequence for that. So they got to deal with their choices, so to speak.
Hey, and when you have no foundation to stand on, right? And our foundation is these laws, statutes, commandments that's in this book, and that's what we follow. That's our foundation. So we're built on a strong foundation of a way of life that is actually life. Their way is death. That's they have the way of death.
Yo, damn, that's the spirit.
And so what we're trying to do as the hopeful elect, Lord willing, we be at that number, is wake up the hopeful elect to that fact.
That's right. That's right.
And that's why, as the brother always brings out, this is a gift from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
And so, with that gift, there's work that you have to do to continue to hold on to the gift, because it's not free. Well, it's free in fact that the Lord chose us, from the womb. But he's, hey, we've seen plenty of people that was on fire, knew 10,000 precepts, and then
And a
just
little drizzle.
right,
came
right,
and they fell out.
right.
Put
A
their
little
ass right out,
bit of
yeah.
pressure, right?
Yeah.
Hey, it
One
wasn't like it
little
was big
drop.
pressure.
You know how when it start raining, you feel like, oh shit, it's raining? You're like, no, hell no, you gotta get out of here. No,
God.
the Lord did that, man.
Con.
The Lord did that, man.
And he did that to show us examples of how not to be prideful, that this is a gift, you know.
That's right. He did
And
a
it,
gift
wa- and
for us.
it, you know, it actually was freely given, right? Because
That's right.
it says, you know, hey, don't make this word merchandise, right?
That's right.
Because it was freely given to us.
Right.
But hey, you know, hey, in order to eat, you got to work, right?
Right.
So in order to continue to strive with Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, we got to put the work in.
Right.
And if you don't work, you don't eat.
Right. Yo, and I see a lot of fruit, so to speak. Well, nah, that's what it is. I see a lot of fruit from the Comforter, who is in the spirit world now, and the blood that was on his hands. That's why the Lord took him out, because the way he corrupted things. When you see these people and you look them in their eyes, they're bugged out, man. They're completely gone. You know, they said, yo, I talked to a woman, you know, she was like, yeah, the Lord. Matter of fact, she reminded me with the way she looked. She's an Israelite. She's dark skin. She looked like Judah. But that's not to say that that's her tribe, but she looks like
Okay.
Judah. You know what I'm saying? But she reminds me the way she looked, her physical looked like that, the babysitter from The Simpsons, man. The one woman that was crazy. And she built up to how tall and everything, lanky like that, and bent over. But it's like, yo, she's bugged out just like that.
Dang.
You know?
And she
But
was in
I seen
ICGJC?
Yeah, she was with them. And because she was like, yeah. Because I saw her chain one day. I was like, oh snap. I said, yo, you know you're an Israelite? She like, yeah. I said, damn. I said, that's what's up. I said, well, who told you that? I said, who told you that you was an Israelite? She said, well, you know, the Lord sent us the God-sent comfort.
Oh, man.
And I was like, oh,
Dang.
shit. I said, okay. Once I heard that, I'm like, first of all, you're a woman, so I'm not going to go
Right.
too much into it with you.
Right.
I was just curious to know, like, yo, who told you it was Israelite?
Got it.
Damn, that's interesting. Like, that's what's up. Actually, I'm like, I'm happy that you know that. And now I'm trying to see where your mindset, where your doctrine came from.
Got it.
You was teaching. And when she said that, I was just like, I said, okay, shalom. I ain't disrespect you, kid. I was like, oh,
Right.
okay, shalom. You know you're Israelite. Plus you're a woman. So I'm not going to sit and debate with you and do. No,
Right.
I'm not doing that. Even when a man, it's to the point where, yo, you want to follow this doctrine, you follow it, brother.
Con.
You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord is separating everything. He's putting everything apart, man. You know? And who's going to believe what? They're going to believe. Because it's to the point where revelations revealing. Everything's going to come to the light, man. You know? It's going to come to the light. All right? But once you said that, I was just like, man, listen, I'm cool. You know? You believe what you want to believe. That's it. And then the next day she came by, she was like, if I'm telling you, I know you were Israelite. She was like, oh, are you with the truth? I said, damn, the way you said it hard as hell. Are you with the truth? Like that's something wrong to be in. Yeah, we in the truth. You know? But I just know where she was at with it. But I got some precepts to back you up. When you said choose life. Where we at?
God. I got a swift one though.
Nah,
what you just said.
On the camera, bro.
Oh, 24.
All right,
This is Romans 14:5. And you know the brother was talking about, hey man, we not going to try to convince anybody,
right.
whether you're in the truth or not,
Right.
you know, because you know, but let's start with the people that think they in the truth, right?
That's right.
With all these other doctrines that's just bugged out and crazy,
Right.
mermaids and all that other nonsense, right?
Right.
It says the book of Romans chapter 14:5. One man esteemeth one day above another, another esteemeth every day alike.
That's right.
Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind.
That's right. Yo, read that again.
God.
That's heavy. That's the truth. Because that's like these people now. They like to always say, let's agree to disagree.
Yeah.
You call it potato, I say potato. You call it tomato, I say tomato.
Right.
Nah, it's a truth and it's a lie, man. Which one is it? You know? And that's why that scripture came. That's why it was written the way it was written. You know, because the scriptures is for everything, for our learning, for our discernment, you know, for our judgment, for our eating, everything, man. You know?
Huh. You said bring that back?
Yeah, come on, Baba Kassan.
Huh. This is the book of Romans, chapter 14, verse 5.
Right.
It says, one man esteemeth one day above another.
Right.
Another.
You know what you got? The niggas, they celebrate Christmas. You know, you got people celebrate their birthdays. So that would be higher than a regular day. But you know, you got people that's in other nations, they be like, man, you know what? That's just a regular day. But their holy days or whatever's esteemed for them, they put that on high, man. The same way that we do. But our holy days are the real holy days of this fucking planet, man. That's what's supposed to be worshipped and supposed to be recognized. Not the hell what you guys got going on over there. You know? And anybody that's an Israelite and that follows after those traditions, you're gonna be dealt with, man. You got it, bro.
Huh. It says, one man esteemeth one day above another.
That's right.
Another esteemeth every day alike.
That's right. See that? Every day of life. Like these are the same days. Like yo, you got like the Muslim, man. They be like, oh, this just another day. Well, oh, Christmas, man, it's just another day. This ain't nothing special. But you niggas going out your way, spending all your money, you know, because Esau told you what was better than what.
Can't even pay your bills.
Yeah, cut. Exactly. Why don't they have bill day where you don't gotta pay no fucking bills? This is an exempt paying bill day. We're gonna pay it. Yo, America's ready to not even pay the bills of America no more, man.
Right.
So what the? Come on, man.
Triple time debt.
And they the ones that's the most borrowingest motherfuckers I know. Esau. That's brothers. That's yo. We gotta get our debt clock back down because they not supposed to rule, man. They don't know what to do with royalty. You know, they like to hoard everything to themselves.
Right.
You know, this was given to us, so it's freely given. And we're like, man, this is enough, man. Hey, man, you can have that, brother. Because it's not that it don't mean nothing to you.
Right.
Because you know, like, it was given to you.
Right.
If it's great to you, it's like, yo, you my brother, yo, here, brother, you can have some too.
Hey, they say what when they like would have the fruit trees, right, and one fall on the ground, right?
That's right. For the poor.
Right.
That's right. So that's what we do.
You take care of people.
That's right. We take care of each other, our community. But these people, they don't understand that. They can't do that. They want to hoard things.
Yeah.
Oh, I got all this riches.
Yeah.
And then you go, man, even when I was in the world and I was drug dealing and everything, when people used to be like, yo, let me get this and I'll pay you back double. I still was in the mindset like, nah, like, what it is, that's what it is. Yo, I just give me back what I gave to you. You know? But you got some people, they live off it, they bank off of it. They make a whole living off of that, man. But that's wrong, man. You can't do that to your brother. That's defrauding your brother, man.
God.
You know, even though you're already doing wrong, but it has to be inside of you. Because you got men that was back there doing the same thing, and they still took that old man, oh, I'm going to still defile my brother. You haven't shaved off your old man. So where have you shaved off? You know?
You said 30, right?
Yeah,
That's 30.